In this video, I'll explain everything you need to know about why Ozempic works, but why so many women are plateaued, seeing minimal results, and the impact these GLP-1s have on your metabolism. Now, my name's Justin Bauer, and we've transformed over 1,000 career-driven women with sustainable fitness and nutrition principles, along with metabolic health. And I'm making this video because it seems like every other person I talk to is on Ozempic, Mounjaro, Wegovy, Phentermine, or just trying to get their hands on any GLP-1. And many women aren't very happy with the results. They're tired of the plateau, they're tired of the side effects, or they know that once they stop, the weight's gonna come back with it. So I'll break down why this happens, why these drugs work, why they plateau, how to speed things up, and if you're trying to find your Ozempic off-ramp, if that's what you're looking for. So let us dive into this madness. Now, the first step to understand is why fat loss happens in the first place. Fat loss simply requires a calorie deficit where we burn more calories than we take in. This excess body fat is used as fuel, our body fat drops, our health improves, our physique improves, and things are good. But sounds great, but it is not that simple. Just thinking calories in versus calories out actually neglects the metabolic changes that happen when you simply eat less food. So if you're on a GLP-1 or just do a crash diet, there are really two major problems that happen when you drastically reduce your intake. Number one is muscle atrophy, and this already starts as we age, but if we lose weight incorrectly, this can be completely detrimental to our metabolism. Now, here's why. This is a chart of all the calories that our body burns on a daily basis. The giant blue box is known as your BMR, and this burns 70% of all the calories that you expend every single day, and this is heavily influenced by the amount of lean muscle mass on your frame. So if we don't maintain our muscle mass as we lose weight, the biggest driver of metabolism begins to slow down. The second thing is going to be our leptin levels. Leptin is a hormone that can reduce your urge to eat, and it's actually a life-saving hormone. If we are stranded on a desert island, leptin's gonna be your best friend, but when it comes to losing 20, 30 pounds, leptin's only gonna work against you. So these factors begin to compound. So as we lose weight, our bodies naturally become more resistant to leptin, so you actually have to have high intake days to reset your leptin levels. And if we don't do this correctly, these factors begin to compound, and simply eating less will slow your metabolism and can stall any weight loss that's happening. Now, the next thing to understand is what these GLP-1s actually do to our body. These GLP-1s control receptors in our brain to get you feeling fuller or having the sensation of having enough food. Now, there are a couple other small benefits. There's this gastric emptying that can slow your digestion, blood sugar regulation to prevent the blood sugar spikes, to prevent cravings, which is actually what these drugs are designed for, and on top of that, a very small boost to our metabolic effect. So when you really look at weight that's being lost on GLP-1s, now the vast majority of why the weight is lost is simply the chemical appetite suppression. We don't feel as hungry, we tend to eat less, or I hear this all the time, people say I take a couple bites and I get stuffed. If a 45-year-old woman with a 30-pound goal ate 1,800 calories before Ozempic, she may start to eat half of her portions that she used to, skip the urge to snack, and end up eating closer to 1,000 calories. So as you can imagine, it's a very drastic reduction of calories that can lead to these insane weight loss results in the beginning, but tends to lead to this Ozempic plateau. So why does this happen? Simply eating less can only work so long before metabolism slows down significantly. And what's worse, if someone's seeing results on Ozempic and they stop, the rebound and regain might lead to a number on the scale that was much higher than before. So if we have a very slow metabolism with an appetite that we had before, that can lead to very rapid regain. Now, there are a handful of other pitfalls when it comes to losing weight just on GLP-1s. And we've spoken with hundreds of people that are on these things, and many times the people that want to give this route a shot, they tend to feel let down by all the conventional methods. So keto, fasting, CrossFit, P90X, all of this stuff. And then you have doctors and Oprah saying, hey, take this shot and lose weight. Many people are like, where the heck do I sign up for this magic? So the headspace of many people that are on GLP-1s is they get on it, they think they don't need to do anything else, and they begin to lose weight without any other fitness or nutrition in gear and exclusively lean on these GLP-1s for results. Now, as a transformation coach, this is the shiny new version of the same trap that people get stuck in. If we take away the Ozempic, we take away the Optavia, we reintroduce carbs after keto, it's back to where we started once the changes go away. But the real kicker this time around is the 20 pounds that is lost on Ozempic might be 10 pounds of body fat, but we've also lost 10 pounds of muscle. And looking back at our total daily energy chart, that entire 70% that expends a ton of calories for us every day begins to dwindle very fast. So if we lose weight this way and we don't have appetite for ample protein and we combine that without any resistance training, we are gonna be losing muscle mass as we lose weight. So the short-term weight loss is amazing and Ozempic is a miracle, but eventually the results slow down, the plateau hits, and the side effects simply don't become worth it, and people find their way off. And not only that, after we're off, the appetite comes back, maintenance becomes extremely difficult, and other than relying on eating less, we don't have any other measures in place to maintain. But someone watching this might be thinking, but Justin, Ozempic saved my life. And look, that's fantastic. I'm genuinely grateful that it did. It certainly is the right tool based on someone's situation or their baseline, but what I see all the time is people getting quick wins followed by that inevitable plateau. So if you're looking for the GLP-1 off-ramp or you were on them in the past and exploring an easier path forward, here's what's helped endless busy women in the last few months reignite their metabolism and see lasting results without relying on anything. So it really comes down to 3 factors. Number 1 is a solid nutrition foundation, and this does not come down to how clean you eat or trying to eat more vegetables. The biggest thing that career-driven women need for nutrition is ample protein. Protein will build and preserve your lean muscle mass, it keeps you fuller longer, and it has been proving to reduce your cravings. It is amazing. It also takes a ton of energy to digest. So for every 100 calories of protein you get, 20 to 30 of those calories get expended on digestion alone. So protein, it's gonna be your cheese sticks or plain Greek yogurt, and there are plenty of other less clean options like getting the right stuff from Jimmy John's and Chick-fil-A. And this way you get ample protein when you're on the go, dealing with career obligations or family life. And next, there are foods that actually naturally suppress your appetite. And these are gonna be your low calorie dense foods. Now the best options here are going to be blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. And there's some completely counterintuitive things out there, but popcorn is one of the best options. It's crunchy, takes up a ton of space, is indulgent, and it's fun to eat. Now satiation is more about how much space the food takes up in your stomach and not the actual calories. So these low calorie dense snacks are fantastic for your metabolism and will be your natural Ozempic when you're losing fat correctly. Now number 2 is gonna be your fitness foundation. The type of fitness that does the most for your body and metabolic health is resistance training. The lean muscle mass has the biggest impact on your metabolism, but most people don't go about exercising correctly. It's not about throwing random stuff at the wall and doing a 20-minute video and going to a HIIT class and going to Orange Theory. It's about the right exercises, the sets, the reps, and focusing on inching up your performance every 1 or 2 weeks, and that will do more for you than anything else out there. Now, especially for the career-driven women that have had their breakthrough with us, you don't need to be doing that much stuff. You don't even need a gym. You simply need the right strategy. We had a client, Anna, who exercised 3 days a week max, 1 session at a hotel gym, 2 sessions at home. Here she is. She lost 10% body fat, got abs after 40, even after having 3 kids as a healthcare executive. And you don't need to be doing a ton of cardio either. Realistically, walking is a fantastic way to burn calories and fire up your metabolism without stressing your body or your schedule. So simply build some lean muscle mass and let your body do the work for you. Now, number 3 is going to be making these principles a lifestyle. One of the big appeals to Ozempic is that you don't really have to sacrifice anything. You just don't really want to eat food. But with the right strategy in place, you can have the same food freedom and have a naturally healthy appetite, and you don't have the plateaus or the side effects or ever really be in a spot to regain. So when you focus on building up your metabolism and making sustainable changes, like focusing on protein sources and low calorie dense foods, you really don't need GLP-1s or any other diet for that matter. Now, we put together everything we know about losing weight and reversing your metabolic age into our metabolic masterclass, and that's gonna be in the description below. This will explain how you can get into a fat burning state and get the most out of your body's #1 fat burning engine. So we have the PDFs in there breaking down all the foods that we talked about and a step-by-step process you can use to get your body working for you once more. So make sure to get access to that down below. So if you're a female professional looking to get in great shape and keep it. That's what we're about. So hopefully this video is useful. Like it if you liked it, and for more content like this, make sure to subscribe.